Good morning, YouTubers. How are we doing this morning? You got Brandy here today. I'm going to tell you about this little dilemma I'm having. I had a customer who called me last week and who wanted a teepee and cactus themed birthday session. First birthday session with smash cake and that good stuff. For those of you who know Soft Innocence photography, we have a large variety of backgrounds and props and stuff for most themes. But this in particular theme, we didn't have anything for. So I got on Pinterest and decided that I was going to try to make my own teepee. This is my second rendition of it. I'm new to this YouTube stuff, just getting started. So, and this is actually my first video, but I knew that I should have done this sooner. Anyways, so the first thing I did is I bought 3 wooden dolls that you see here from Walmart. They were like $1 each, something like that. And I had my husband, because Michael wasn't around, drill some holes in all 3 of them. Actually, I put them together like a teepee would look, and then we marked them and he drilled holes. So I've got this thinner size twine, and that's what I tied around through the holes to hold them all together. So this is the actual size of the twine that I stuck through the holes. He actually had to drill me a little bit bigger size hole after the first attempt. Then from Lowe's, I got this bigger twine here, and this is for the outer part. My first attempt at this teepee, I bought a blanket because I had seen them with just a blanket, and I wasn't crazy about how it appeared when it was set up. So this is my second rendition today. I just got done cutting some burlap from this roll, and we actually found this roll of burlap in my house when we moved in. But I like that it has this edge here, so it's not so rough cut as the other edge. So I decided I was going to give this a shot. Worst case scenario, I'll use the blanket. I just got that cut, and I wrapped it around my teepee. And now I'm going to have to spread this out and see how it works. So if you guys will bear with me for just a moment, this is what I've got. I've got my 3 poles. The taller one is my actual black pole. It's not taller. The hole is just cut at a different place to make it right. You can't even see the holes. I wish I would have recorded this earlier. Sorry, guys. I've got the thicker twine wrapped around here just to bunch all this material together, which is currently falling down, but when my sticks are spread out, it won't. And then these 2 strings that I left hanging, I'm going to be attaching feathers to. So give me just a minute. Let me get this spread out. Okay, so I've got the teepee spread out. Sorry for the backlighting of the window, but this is what I'm looking at right now, just putting the fabric on. I wish that I can make the seamed edges a little longer, because then I'd have more room to work with. As you see, it's got a big long tail back there. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to tuck that under or if I'm going to trim it down. But from the front, it's looking pretty good. All I want is my 1-year-old to be able to sit in it. And I need it to fit on my studio background, which is an 8x10 size. So I did this teepee small. However, I am fixing to have an outside teepee and Indian session. So if I can get this figured out, I will be making a larger teepee. And obviously the same method is not going to work. So I think what I'm dealing with right now is trying to get both sides of this material to cover around the front to hide my poles. I do not want to be able to see the poles at all. So I think it's going to take a little more work with the amount of room I have to work with. So I'm going to go get my glue gun, and I'm going to try to tack the sides down and the front on both pieces of this and see how that looks. Okay, so I just got done gluing just a little piece on both sides down here by the leg. That way I know the material that I need on the sides is going to stay where I need it. I wanted it to overlap the front some, and that's again where I chose that shorter edge, but it's so neat and clean. So another thing that I did is I cut a little piece in both sides so that I can be able to pull it the way that I wanted to pull it from the front. Oops, sorry. With the type of teepee that I'm actually making for this photo shoot, I don't want to be able to see the pole in the back that goes down. So I pulled my material in for that. I'm not trying to get a child to go inside of it. This is simply for him to sit in front of and do a couple cute birthday pictures. That's with his theme. And then it's going to sit in the back of his smash cake session probably as well. I do believe we're going to try to do the smash cake session outside, being that I'm limited with what backgrounds I have for this theme. If you guys tune in and check back, you'll be able to see what me and Mr. Michael have come up with. Okay, so back to the teepee. Now I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do with this back part. I've got to see if I can tuck it under or if I need to cut it in a circle-like shape. It doesn't really matter to me what it looks like from the back because I'm not going to be showing that in my pictures. However, I do want it to be very eye-appealing from the front. So let me just see what it looks like when we tuck it under. Okay, here it is. I actually think that I'm going to keep it like this. This might work. Actually, I think it will work. I will show you from around the sides. I could cut it, but with the raw edge and stuff showing, I just feel like it may look really shreddy. I don't know what other term to use, but, you know, first teepee here. Woohoo! So, now, as soon as my feathers get in from Hobby Lobby, I got them for $2.50 each. Hopefully they're going to look good. I'm going to attach those to right here. And I actually put these strings on one side instead of both sides. That way they didn't have to be completely even. My feathers can hang at a little bit different length. I may add a bead or two. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. I do have other party decorations that I'm going to add to this setup. And I have a little suitcase that I'm going to set in there. A little lantern. It's not really like a camping theme. It's more of a Western-ish theme. So based off the colors that Mama's going to, just wish me luck. I'll post something as soon as I get my feathers in. Hey, and if anybody has any advice, tips, suggestions for anything for my big teepee, which the child will need to stand inside of a little bit at least, please leave it in the comments. Shoot me any ideas you have. Thanks. Bye.